Hello, Linesider here, aka David, and welcome to a completely new sort of video from me in the form of a vlog. Today I'm taking the brave step, brave for me at least, to move from that side of the camera after 19 years of YouTube to this, and to take you with me on a little jaunt to have a look at Arten Gill Viaduct in Dentdale on the Settle Carlisle line. So come along with me if you like on this changeable late summer day. The sun's out at the moment, it's the S&C. We all know that could change. So come along if you like and we'll see what we can find. So in terms of location, and I do apologise, this is a rather old copy of an Ordnance survey Landranger map, but it's still pretty much just as accurate as it was when it was published in 1976. I've parked here at Stonehouse and I'm going to walk up the bridleway up to the viaduct to take a closer look. As you can see, hopefully, the viaduct is roughly halfway between Bleemore Tunnel here and Rise Hill Tunnel here, as the line traverses through Dentdale, one of the most celebrated and famous stretches of the entire route. So I've just parked up here at Stonehouse down in the valley bottom. It's always great to have a look at this fantastic stone bridge which carries the sea road over the River Dee, which, as you'd expect, has very little water in it at the moment following such a long dry summer. Just a note as well that this sea road is still closed at Dentdale Viaduct owing to a landslip which occurred at the back end of last year, so I've come in from the Dent direction today. I'd normally approach from Ribble Head. From here I'm going to walk up through the small hamlet of Stonehouse itself and then pick up the public bridleway which will take us up to the viaduct. Weather is so far so good. Looks a bit threatening to the west, but fingers crossed. From down here we get our first view of the viaduct. Looks really imposing and dramatic already. I'm just going to take this road which leads to the bridleway off to the left here. I'm just a few yards up the bridleway now, and as you can see you get a fantastic view of the viaduct. It looks really imposing, really dramatic from this low down position, and as much as Ribble Head is perhaps the most celebrated structure on the line, this viaduct is very well known for being a lot of people's favourites, I think it's fair to say, and certainly for me the way it drops down and the arches are different heights really appeals to the eye and makes for a very dramatic location. But yeah, what a fantastic view, literally just a few yards from the road. So that's it, the end of this vlog. We've seen the viaduct, we can go home now. Only joking, come on, let's go and have a proper look. Do a bit of exercise, get up this hill. I've realised as well that filming myself and talking at the same time is, especially uphill, is not good. It sounds like well, you can hear already, I get very out of breath very quickly, so I shall try and limit that as much as possible. As you can see underfoot, it's quite a stony, rocky route up here, but it's very stable, very little of it moves. And it was restored around 20-25 years ago, so it's a vast improvement on how it used to be. Once you get to this first corner, the gradient eases quite a lot and it's quite easy from this point going forwards. So far the weather is holding up, it's still nice and dry at the moment, and it's an overcast day, but I think that really adds to the feel of the place and suits it much more so than a hot, sunny and warm day would. And we're now just getting a really good close-up view of the viaduct, which I'll share with you. There is the viaduct getting ever closer. It's 11 arches, looking fantastic from any angle you choose really. So I've made it up here, up to the viaduct, and it never ceases to amaze me just how massive this structure is, and all the other viaducts on the S&C when you actually get up close to them. Wind's just got up as well. And there's a few spots of rain. As I say, it only adds to the feeling of the place. Looking behind me, you can hopefully just see as well how gracefully the viaduct curves. Down in the valley bottom it looks pretty much straight from left to right. But as you get up close, you can see it's very gracefully curving, and a reminder that this really was built as an express route to rival the West Coast Main Line, which was built for high-speed running. It really is just an absolutely fantastic place, and I never get tired of coming here, so it's great to be here again. Incidentally, the camera I'm using today is not waterproof, so I really do hope it doesn't chuck it down, or it really will be end of vlog. This railway has killed quite a few of my cameras over the years, so I don't want to make it another one today, so let's hope that doesn't happen. One of the great things about coming up close to this viaduct, and any of the viaducts on the S&C, is that you can also touch it as well as see it at close quarters. And I think in doing so you get a real sense of its solidity and its history, the fact it stood here for 150 years in all winds and weathers. It's got a really special feel to it for me, and it's almost, there's almost something spiritual about it, if that isn't overstating it. And you just think about all the different steam hauled specials and all of the working steam it carried up till 1968, and the diesels that came after that, and the diesel multiple units and freights which it carries today. It's a really special place. Hopefully this shot gives you a better sense of scale of the structure, and it's great as well to look at all the individual blocks of stone that the viaduct is made from, all of them individually dressed. The stone is Dent marble, which is a form of limestone, and there was actually a marble works down in the valley bottom near Stonehouse where we started, and that actually predated the coming of the railway between 1869 and 1875. I think the fact it's built with local stone is what makes it feel so much part of the landscape, so much part of the place. It's made of local material, and it only seems to complement the feeling of the place and add to it. And it's such a contrast to modern structures now. Look at motorways and new build housing estates, etc. It's a far cry from this era, but fantastic it's still here and that we can still enjoy it. Another thing about this particular viaduct which really appeals to me is the fact that it is all built from Dent marble. If you look at Dentdale Viaduct and Ribblehead to the south of here, you'll note that the inside curve of the arch, this bit here, on those viaducts is actually built from brick, which gives them a slightly different appearance, whereas this one is all of that uniform material, which I think gives it a really neat and tidy look and adds to it. I say this, I'm not taking anything away from those other viaducts, they are fantastic in their own right. But this one always looks particularly neat to me. Next to the track I've been following today, it looks like we're doing some sort of drainage works, and you may have heard in the background, but over here Network Rail are doing drainage works above shale cutting at the moment. I think they're redirecting water from above the cutting to join Arten Gill. This follows a landslide within shale cutting in 2019. And there was work over a 6-month period or so after that to remediate the land in the cutting, and I think they're now doing further work to prevent anything further like that happening again. I'll just add, and it's probably quite obvious, but I'm not a civil engineer, so I am just giving my layman's perspective on the viaduct and its various features today. Apologies to any civil engineers who might be watching. I hope I haven't dropped any clangers into this, but it's probably inevitable I will at some point. So I've got away with the weather so far. A few spots of rain as I got to the viaduct, but other than that it's been absolutely fine. And it's often these moments I think I enjoy the most. Just sat here, the quietness, the solitude, just the sound of the wind, the occasional curlew perhaps. I say all this today, I can hear JCBs and whatnot over there that I've mentioned already, so that is spoiling it somewhat. It's not normally like this. It's not too bad, it's quite nice. Nice milky coffee. Latte these days. What happened to milky coffee? So doing this sort of video is quite a new thing for me, and I must say it's quite strange filming yourself. There's been quite a lot of failed takes today. It's amazing how easy it is to trip up over your words and say things that don't flow very well, but hopefully I've got enough that I can use. It'd be quite annoying if I don't. So I'm just heading back to the car now, which just leaves me to say that I hope you enjoyed this video and coming up to have a little explore at Arten Gill Viaduct. There are certain things I know you need to say at the end of these videos, so if you could like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this, and hit the bell notification icon as well so that you get informed when I release a new upload. I'd greatly appreciate that. If you didn't enjoy it, then I guess just do the opposite of those things. Until the next time, bye for now.